Today is October 31st, 2012. It's 2:57 p.m. I'm in Austin, Texas. My name is Harvey Milk II. I'm going to start these YouTube postings by saying that I'm going to work backwards here like I had to for the last, I'd say since February 15th of 2012. Today, my day started at about 6 o'clock in the morning. I woke up, had breakfast. My sister's hearing at the Austin State Hospital was at 8 o'clock. I arrived around 7:45 before my family did. My brother, my grandmother's very step grandmother was there. My uncle was there and my sister were there. The truth is, I don't really understand why they were there other than to do exactly what they succeeded at doing today, which was keeping Gina at the Austin Lakes Hospital, which is a mental facility here in Austin, for the next 90 days, not to exceed 90 days. She's already been there for about 10 days. They've also succeeded at allowing the state to mandate medicine to be distributed to Gina, and they can control whatever medicine that they would choose to distribute to her body. She also has stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. It's been confirmed that it's in her liver. Any medication, including Advil, that Gina would take is not good unless it's through an oncologist approved medication. Where Gina stands right now, and this is I do have a right to say this from her on the internet, is where she stands is she needs to be out of there in order for the chemo to be distributed to her body. Mentally, she feels that she does not have cancer. Hopefully, maybe she's right. I doubt she is. But I want to tell you how my day started. I arrived at 7:45 and in hopes that I could get Gina out for Halloween. I do have an apartment for us to live at comfortably and safely. We were homeless through the month of October simply because my brother is holding Gina's back pay of Social Security, and I moved back from California to help my sister. Only to help my sister. The way that she arrived in Austin, Texas was from my grandmother having her son, I'm not going to disclose his name, who also lives in Austin, drive to Paris and without me knowing, without me willingly knowing, have Gina dropped off in my arms. What any brother should do is try to take care of his sister and love her unconditionally, which is exactly what I do for any human being on this earth. I would help anyone. At 7:45 I arrived. I was the first to get there before any judge, any police officer, any Gina, any family member. I was the first to arrive. The state attorney that represents the state against Gina spoke with me last week before the court case, but this week she chose not to speak with me. She only wanted to speak with the family. Now she did so in a separate room privately without inviting me in. As we go into the courtroom, Gina states her case, and they, in the end, to make a long story short, have approved for Gina to be in there for 90 days. The catch is Gina will not be distributed any chemo while in the mental facility at all. Not only that, she will be distributed by law any kind of medication that the state wants to mandate for her. So with that said, I left very upset. Beforehand, my brother told whoever he did behind closed doors, told them that I had a weapon. So they did search me and my bag because my brother, I guess, thinks that I would hurt him with some type of weapon that I own. I'm not really sure where that came from. I've never been in jail. I've never been in trouble. I've never been arrested. I have no criminal record. And they searched me. Not only that, the judge or the state's attorney, nor Gina's representing attorney, asked me as a witness to speak about anything. Several names were mentioned. Gina mentioned that I do have an apartment for us here in Austin, which I do. I've obtained without her Social Security money. I did it on my own with a little bit of help from a friend, and I do have a safe place for her to live. Next, as the judge concludes that she will be there for 90 days minimum and have medicine distributed legally of whatever type the state wants to Gina. Now you got to remember something. The social worker for Gina is not on her side. She's also saying that I grabbed her breast in the courtroom, which wasn't brought up today, but it was told by my grandmother to my father that I grabbed her breast in court last week. Last Wednesday. That wasn't brought up, of course, today because it was a blatant lie. Kind of like the fact that Gina kicked a nurse in the stomach is a blatant lie. I requested for the video to be the footage. No video. Next, today I go to submit my records, which I'll show you here. Which I have in my book here that I'm reading, History of the FBI Enemies. It's a pretty good book. It's all true, no lies, unlike a lot of rich white people in this country think that it's okay to just lie. When I'm pretty sure my mother raised me to show that lies always come out. What a tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive. It's all so true. Here is my drug report. Now, my grandmother called the Social Security Department and said I was a drug addict. If you'll notice here, as of yesterday at St. David's, I tested what? See it? For all street drugs. I plan to do this once a week and submit this to the Social Security Department whether they like this or not. My goal for Gina and her Social Security money is not for me to take it, not for me to give to the community, not for me to do anything with it, just like her brother shouldn't be holding the money that Kathy Moore, her representative payee, gave to our brother. Now, this is a very Jerry Springer case, but let me continue. So, I bring this to Social Security today to submit proof that I'm not a drug addict, which the system has records of my grandmother calling to say that I am. Next, I'm walking to go. I take the bus because my car is still in California. My wreck was on September 7th. The insurance money was distributed on September 10th. My car, as of October 31st, is still not done. Not sure if you've ever heard of that happening before, but it happened to me. No one will rent me a car. I have a perfect driving record and a driver's license. One issued in Texas and one issued in California. Can't get a rental car. Enterprise rented me a rental car that had a nail in the tire. Front left tire. If you're going 70, 80 miles per hour and that you have a blowout, what happens? Probably an accident, maybe even rollover. So I'm walking, this is the reason why I'm on YouTube right now. I'm furious. I was walking to go apply at Chewy's on Barton Springs in Austin, Texas. And this is a true story. It'll probably be in the news today. We could probably check it out in the news today. I'm sure that it'll be in the news. A truck runs over a power line about 30 yards in front of me. The power line comes tumbling down. Fire truck shows up. I don't think I should work at Chewy's, but it was definitely a danger. Just like the car hitting me going 65 miles per hour in California was a danger. Just like Gina being in there for 90 days is a danger. Just like a lot of the things that are yet to come on this video here that I'm going to post as soon as I'm done to YouTube. The world doesn't know half of the things that I know have happened to my family are simply because of a family of hate, H-A-T-E, out of Direct, Texas. Direct, Texas is where I grew up, the early part of my childhood, and it's a place that I'll never ever step foot in again. And that's where my family resides. That's where Gina was for 9 months when they were not helping her, hurting her. My name is Cody Hornberger. I am Harvey Milk II. Heath Ledger was my brother. And as crazy as that sounds, try to be me for half a second.